All right, guys, we are back with Jeroen De Deken, and we are playing with the idea of turning his book concept um, into into something cohesive that we can then spin into other forms. And I did some journaling this morning, and one thing that I wrote is that um, the box we build, this box that we're building here, in this build the box sort of design exercise is the material for the lead page, the presentation, the offer page, and all other social media content. So one thing we do in design that's useful for everything else is we do a lot of copying and pasting and duplicating and repurposing and recycling. So you can decide what format you want to start with and how you want to recycle it, right? So if we're doing this book, for example, so this book is called, the working title is, so it's called, working title, it's called Software for the Soul, right? And uh, I'm gonna go back to spin over here. Okay, so basically, so if we start with the book cover, which is what we decided, and you can decide to start with something else. You can decide to start with a website from the book cover. For me, a book cover is a book cover. An album cover is small. It's like a business card. From a book cover, you can create everything else. We can create the lead. We can create the book website, right? We can then create presentation, right? We can create a signature framework. And what this comes from Laurel. She's a Facebook ads expert and a copywriting expert. And so what a signature framework is that it is useful. Again, this is not true. This is not the answer. This is not the only way to do it. We work in frameworks and we work in templates because creating constraints enhances productivity. And if you want to be productive faster, add more constraints. Don't take away constraints, add more constraints. Okay? Okay, Laurel. And then when you want to explore, you take away constraints, right? So it's a game, it's a dance of back and forth. You can play with increasing constraints and decreasing constraints and see, well, which one works better for me, which one gets me going, right? The best example is um, there's a scene in the movie Awakenings. Um, have you seen that movie? You're on Awakenings with Robert De Niro and Robin Williams.
I, I I'm not sure.
Okay,
I don't think so.
yeah. So Robert De Niro's character has Parkinson's disease, and they're in this a psychiatric hospital. And Robert De Niro at this point is basically like catatonic. He basically can't move, right? And Robin Williams is a psychiatrist, and he is experimenting with a dopamine, like psychiatric, like dopamine medication to help these people deal with their Parkinson's disease. And one thing he finds out is that some of these people can walk when they see a pattern, like when they have this black and white checkerboard like floor, they can walk, as opposed to when the floor is flat and no color, they can't walk. It basically sparks the Robert De Niro character to walk, and I really like that example. All right, I like that example as the idea of having a prompt. Sometimes you can feel demoralized and feel like depressed and feel like you aren't being productive. All you need is one prompt, and then you're off, right? All right, so Laura Porte, a framework is basically what, what you do is that you break down your your system into three elements, right? So this is about social media. Okay, social media content framework, lower Portier. Okay, and what we do is break it down into 3 elements. You break down your principles into 3 big elements, and you could break your book into 3 big groups, like part 1, part 2, part 3, or act 1, act 2, act 3. Stephen Pressfield does the same thing. So Stephen Pressfield, in his book Do the Work, right? So he says basically a story or a movie has 3 acts. And just like a movie has 3 acts, everything you create has 3 acts. Break it down. Yeah, are there 4 or 5 or 6 acts to it? Maybe. But again, the 3 acts is the prompt to get us going. So 3 elements, we do 5 pieces of content. So let's say videos. So 5 videos for each, right? We do 5 videos, and then 5 videos, and then 5 videos, right? And what that does is that gives you now a target. It gives you another prompt. Your entire framework should be consumable in 15 videos. So what this does is it helps you break down everything I want to say can be summed up in 15 videos, and then you can rip a video, right? But it's based off of 15 videos or 15 blog articles or 15 LinkedIn posts. Easy, okay? So then it gives you a target, it gives you a prompt. So let's go back to the synopsis. So we said we want to work on the book today, the book cover today, right? So the container that we make for that is we make another node. Let's see. So I'm going to make another node right here. I'm going to put it right here. Move it over here. Okay, so now we're going to have synopsis 1. Okay. Then another thing I do personally that I want to share with you guys is I literally use dummy text just all the time for everything. So just like Robert De Niro's character in Awakenings having to see the prompt and then be able to walk, what I do for myself is I take dummy text and I fill in the blanks. All right. No, that's not what we're trying to do. Copy. I'm back here. Is this going to work? Paste. Oh, man. I think I'm getting the spinning ball of death. There it goes. There it goes. All right. So here's our synopsis. And then what we do is we just look over here, and then we start filling things in, okay? And if you need to, you break it down. So for example, if you want to do this, so for example, so here's an example of what you could do. We could do this. And then we look here and we say, and we just fill in the blank. So Jeroen De Deken. Hold on, let me make this bigger for everybody. Let me just make sure this is viewable. There we go. Jeroen De Deken is a software developer and Scrum Master. And you're also a coach though, right?
Yes.
You coach in the context of being a Scrum Master though, right? Or do you
Both.
coach outside?
Both.
Okay. Um, and again, this is the faster you can tear through these versions, the faster we get it done. So we do a quick, dirty synopsis, and then we copy, paste it, change it, copy, paste, change it, copy, paste, change it until we're done. And then how do we define done? We define done. We decide what done is. You can decide what done is for yourself. For example, what we can do is we can say, we're going to do 5 synopsises or synopsi or synopses in half an hour, and whatever we get done at number 5 is what prints, or whatever we have at the end of that half hour is done, and we print and we put that out, for example, right? And this is another way that we can remain productive, right? Works in the. Are you in Amsterdam?
No, Eindhoven.
Eindhoven?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more in the south of the Netherlands.
Okay. Should I capitalize the Netherlands?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay, so let's assume. All right. So I'm gonna move this. So I'm gonna developers. So what can we say about developers? Developers have see, there you go. So developers have skills. Another thing I'm doing, guys, like copying and thinking. A little bit of copying, a little bit of thinking, a little bit of mindless work. So what I'm doing is this is mindless work. I'm letting the ideas flow in. Like Scott Adams says, if you feel a tap on your shoulder with ideas for whatever it is you want to write, then you are a writer. It doesn't matter if you've written a book or not. If you have an idea and that idea keeps tapping you on the shoulder and says, oh, add this to it. Oh, add this to it. You are a writer, okay? All right. Developers have amazing tech skills. However, they often struggle to create. They often struggle to create value for themselves or themselves, right? For themselves, right? And their same way they support their clients, right? Their customers, their employers and customers. And guys, I have a black and white printer here that, for me personally, I do a lot of printing things out. So I print out a lot of content for myself, and then I will do things like outline, or write notes in the margins. I do a lot of writing on paper. So this is a power offer I've written, and then I write notes on it, right? So I do this a lot. I'll show you some more examples. For the asks that I've been working on this week, watch this. See, more printing out. So you do whatever you have to do, whatever you feel comfortable with to get your work done. And you don't have to feel guilty about it. You don't have to feel any shame about it, okay? All right. They struggle to create their customers. Okay. have have amazing tech skills. Um, and this uh, he, and this str- struggle often comes at the cost of their relationship to their colleagues, their organization, and their uh, their uh, and their happiness, right? Yeah,
Fulfillment.
fulfillment. So we're laying out the story here, right? Fulfillment, efficiency, better software. Okay, leave me alone. Particularly coachy, a genesis. Okay. What if? Ah, what if? What if? Um, what if the path to fulfillment is not some like completely new journey, right? Like it's almost like what like it's like what you're saying is what if you already know how to do this, right? What if you
Mm.
already know how?
Nah, maybe you do not know, but you have the tools.
Yes, well, yes, you have the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you yeah? What if you already have the tools to find fulfillment in your life? Thinking as uh, discovered, discovered as identified, created.
Yeah.
uh,
um,
um, how many principles?
oh, cool. Um,
I'm just gonna make up a number then.
yeah, well, let me have a look. Yeah, principles. It really depends on how big you see things, of course. But in general lines, I would say one, two, three, four, five big parts. Um, at least in the book, there will be seven, where the first is the introduction, where everything is explained and so on. Um, and then in the last, it is more of a conclusion part.
Hmm.
But each of these five topics can be broken down into, yeah, 5 or 10 easily.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Magic, reputation. Yawn that Aiken has created five principles um, um, that uh, um, Okay. So anytime we get stuck, guys, we go back to our mind map. We just look again. Okay. Oh, this would be a good cover or a subtitle for the synopsis. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So, guys, when I don't need the dummy text anymore, I just take it out. At every moment, we are deciding, well, what do we have to do to keep us in the game, to keep us in the fight, to keep us working, to keep us productive. Okay. So we start with life. Life is like a box of chocolates. Is like a software project, right? Developers have amazing tech skills. However, they often and then when another tool that you can use when you get stuck is to just review and start reading and let again that voice tap you on the shoulder. So we stop, we zoom out, and then we look at the whole thing. We read it and we say, "Are we done?" Right? Because design is basically a process of being less wrong over time, right? There's no such thing as like done or perfect in design. There's just improving things, right? There's being less wrong, less wrong, less wrong, less wrong. That's it. Life is like a software project. Developers have amazing tech skills. This is my audiobook voice, okay? Developers have amazing tech skills. However, they often struggle to create value for themselves the same way that they support their employers and customers. Their employers, their customers, and their colleagues. And then we write in flows, right? They struggle themselves the same. Create. Yeah, this is not clear. Anyway, I'm going to read it and I'll let the clarity come. This struggle often comes at the cost of their relationship with colleagues. Hold on. See, I just mentioned that as a relationship to themselves, and to their overall fulfillment. Okay, boom. There you go. Fulfillment. The other thing we are doing, guys, is we're also going to switch back and forth between applications and formats. So that's another productivity tool that you can use, right? So what I'm going to do is when this is at a place where it sounds decent, we're going to go into Sketch and we're just going to pretend like we're designing a book cover, okay? What if the path to fulfillment? Okay, so we're also context switching in the terms of like skill sets. So I'm switching back and forth between graphic design and between copywriting, right? This struggle often comes at the cost of their fulfillment. Now you turn that word upside down. What if the path to fulfillment is not some new journey? What if we already had the tools to find fulfillment? What if the tools for finding fulfillment in our lives lay in plain sight in the world of software development? What if you didn't have to learn something new in italics? New in to create great And that also creates a little bit of mystery. Like, what do you mean I don't have to learn something new, right? From a perspective, you don't have to learn something new, right? Okay. Then, what if the tools to find fulfillment lay in our lives, lay in plain sight, lay in plain sight, right in front of us, right in front of us, in the world of software development. Oh, look at that. The world of software development. Oh, this actually is turning out really good. I'm very happy about how this is turning out. All right, so let me just fix something. This little there we go. And it's gonna open. Yeah, and please tell me when you need to take off, okay?
That's good.
Okay. There was something. Jeroen De Deken has created 5 principles. Jeroen De Deken has created 5 principles software will immediately recognize. Then or how to chart a path of a promise. And while you're thinking, I'm gonna again. We're stopped here. So what we do is we just churn. We just look at. We go back to the mind map and we just sit there and just look. We just look.
Well, it is Coach Your Path to Happiness. Also, working title might change, but that's the ultimate goal. Is it happiness? Is it fulfillment? So the principles will guide you to fulfillment, to
Yeah.
happiness.
Yeah. Also, oh shoot, man. Also, like this personal operating system, dude. Upgrade. Upgrade your personal operating system by upgrade chart a path to happiness. To oh my god. Oh my god. Because this is going to be part of your signature framework. This is you are trademarking this. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You are trademarking this. You are going to trademark this. You are trademarking this operating system, and when you do that, you get that's it, dude, that's it. Look at that, and then these are the bullets. Oh my god. Wow. All right, man. Let's see. So the bullets are, and when you do that, when you upgrade your personal operating system, you will be more present in the moment. You will uh, spend more of your day in flow, or more of your work time in flow, or more of your day in flow. You will see. I'm trying to say that you will be in flow in other aspects of your life the same way you're in flow at work. You will let's see. Let's experience uh, uh, experience flow in other aspects of life of your life as strongly or as palpable experience flow in life as much as you do at work. Right? You do in your. Okay, that's kind of awkward.
I'm a little bit the experience flow. It is indeed what you say is the ripple effect it has across everything. You're not only improving the way how you're being
Hmm.
at work, you're improving everything, your whole
Okay.
life. I'm not sure if flow is the exact word.
Yeah, because flow is a technical term.
It might be, in my opinion, it is.
Or
Yeah.
ordinary people don't know because we're talking about the Chicxet Mihai concept of flow, right? It's called this uh, you know, Mihai, Chick, Zent, Mihai. This guy. You see what I'm saying? That's a in the realm of coaching and psychology. That's a technical term that this guy coined, flow. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah. So we aren't necessarily talking about this guy, but all other aspects of your life. Can we enumerate those? So like relationships, relationships, your body. Relationship with
Mm.
your body, with other
Yeah,
people.
relationships is very broad, of course.
Yeah.
Is how do you connect with people around you, with nature, with yeah, we connect with a lot of things.
Okay.
At
What do you
least I
connect with?
do.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
would that be then? Your body, other people, work, family, and nature.
yeah, I think yeah.
Okay. So maybe it's just when you, as a prompt, when you upgrade your personal operating system. Let's take flow out. Um,
Now, flow is in work area.
yeah.
Uh, to me, it makes sense.
Okay.
In the rest of my life, yeah,
Okay. So improved flow at work. Yeah.
yeah.
Like no lag between thinking and doing.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. A sense of flow. Um, okay. All right. So here's what we have so far, right? We have that, and then we have working title, then we have subtitle, then we have your name. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to experiment. I'm going to see. I'm going to remove the mind map, and then I'm going to add. See if I can add sketch. Let's see if I can do that. And then share screen. Then I'm going to pick sketch. Let's see if sketch will come up. Hey, there we go. It came up. All right. So here's the book cover. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another thing I do to get design and to get to ideate faster. To ideate faster. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put in 1 his name. And we'll work with fonts later, guys. We'll work with fonts later. We're looking for a feeling right now, okay? So software for the soul, I copy from mind map. I take software for the soul, and I just move it, right? There you go. Software for the soul. Then code your path to happiness. I just make a copy of happiness. And the easiest graphics to use are just, the more abstract graphics to just start with, right? Yes, book cover design is an art in and of itself. It's a subset of design. We're not doing book cover design right now. We're not doing that right now. We're doing build the box design. We are trying to get it out fast, okay? Because the faster we get things out, the faster we can start talking to people and start sharing things with people, okay? So I'm going to just make this bigger. Software, soul. For, and often what people do with book covers is that they'll use like for. They'll put that on its own line, for example. And then we also, in a big thing, is to use two different fonts within the same typeface, right? So I'm not changing the typeface. And then I have that right there. Then I'll probably have some sort of image somewhere, right? There you go. I can change the image. Okay, great. So the next thing I do is I go on, let's see, Unsplash. I just use Unsplash. And I'm looking for something abstract. And a tip in design, guys, just use your instinct. If I see the word soul and I see the word happiness, okay, soul and happiness. So I want something light because of happiness, and then I want something soul related, and that's where the abstract. Soul, I think of wholeness. So I'm doing mental mind mapping right here. When I see the word soul, I think of wholeness, right? So what I do is I'm looking for an abstract, circle, but it's something raw because it's not. What's my point here? Soul is something that's like water and fire, i.e., the image is not going to be a perfect circle, right? It's going to be a little bit dirty, okay? All right, so I'm going to grab an image and let me share this. I'm going to bring this down so people can people can really see how I think about this stuff, because it's actually really useful. Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen again. Extra camera. Stop screen. Is that share screen? There we go. I translate the word soul and happiness into something visual, okay? So I'm looking for lighter colors. I'm not looking for something depressing. I am not looking for this as an example. You can't see my cursor, huh?
I can see some, yeah, I can see.
Oh, you can. You can, okay. So, and I'm looking for, since these are images and they aren't vector graphics, I can't do a lot of editing to them. I want something I can very quickly pull into Sketch, right? So I'm gonna look for a watercolor circle, for example, okay? When I get watercolor circle, I'm gonna look for lighter colors. as an example, this is not working, so I'm gonna look for painted circle. Paint. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, I'm just gonna go on Google. Hold on. Watercolor circle, abstract circle. Let's see what I get. Yeah, this is what I got. And guys, since we are ideating here, we can grab images from Google. We aren't publishing this yet. Okay. That's actually a pretty cool image. Another thing about books, you guys, that I learned from Scott Adams is to always use yellow and orange because that's what stands out at bookstores. Like this. Watch this. Yellows, oranges, and reds. Look at that. This is Loser Think, Seth Godin, All Marketers Are Liars, Seth Godin. So I'm using examples from existing things, right? The culting of brands stands out at the bookstore because we want to jump out at people, right? All right. So what we can do is, and I'm going to time this, guys. I'm going to give myself a couple minutes, and then I'm just going to pick something and then go with it. Okay. Right. I'm just picking this. Done. Can I grab this? Copy image. Actually save image. Can I save the image? All right, guys. I'm gonna stop sharing here. And yeah, I was blocked because I don't want to waste time on Etsy. So I'm gonna screen. I have a lot of blockers on my computer, guys. All right. Okay, how can I get this done? And Johan, please tell me how much time you have left, okay?
Yeah, well, it is getting late in the evening for me, so I am getting a bit hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just get this front cover done. A draft of the front cover, all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
I just say I don't have time. I need to just pick something, guys. Zen circle. Zen circle. And then what we do is we let Google tell us what words also. Oh, Zen circle. Okay. Zen circle. There we go. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this Zen circle. I'm just going to grab one. Save image as. I'm going to pull it into put it into sketch. Actually, no. What I really have to do is I have to replace. There we go. Okay, now now we have white here, right? So now we have to figure that out. Okay. So I think we should end here, and we can do another session later. And what I'll do is maybe I'll play a little bit with this book cover. My computer is slowing down too. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's slowing down. Yeah. I don't really like this, obviously, but I
It's
do
okay.
it. Yeah. But you guys get the point. You can keep going, look for more circles, and put things in there. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and end the session. Thanks